Hello, this is Vampire, and for today's video, this is going to be purely for fun. Basically, I got the idea from, if you think about it, there's these sports stars, basketball athletes, you get these rap stars and stuff. People like that get to design their own shoe. Okay, so I was thinking just for fun, what if we got a martial arts person to design a shoe? So these are the ideas that I would put in to my shoe design. Okay, so I think you've seen in a lot of those Taekwondo shoes where the sole on the big toe side, this part over here, so it would be right around here, okay, they have like this pivot circle, so it's like this disc, pivot disc right here, and it helps you turn, you know, when you're on your toes when you throw a kick. And I've actually seen a similar type of thing where they have like this, you know, like a circle right here, okay, in other sports shoes. So why not have that? So that's already a cool thing to have. This shoe right here is very interesting. This is, what is this, Puma design. And this one is, from my understanding, it was supposed to be for mountain climbing or rock climbing, the sport of rock climbing. So that's what this shoe was supposed to be. So what I really liked about it was the very thin sole, and it's flexible, as you can see. So you can do that. So that's what really attracted me to this shoe, right? I of course like the way it looks and everything, but that was the main draw for me. So why is that important? If we have too much cushion here, for martial arts, the relationship that we have with the ground is very, very important. So with our feet, we're feeling how the ground feels. And from that, certain techniques are going to be able to be doable, not doable. So we need to constantly be listening to the ground in that sense. Now with sports, certain sports, right? Like if you're a tennis player, you're going to be on the tennis court. If you're a basketball player, you're going to be on the basketball court. So it's very specific. They could design very specific shoes for that. For a martial arts person, unless it's a certain sport style of martial art like judo, you know, wrestling, or taekwondo, of course, unless it's very specific like that, we want a shoe that's going to be able to perform in various terrains. And the only way to do that is we're going to need a shoe that's going to be well balanced, and a shoe that's going to be able to listen to, help you feel with the feet the different types of terrain out there. So basically this one might be a little bit extreme. I do like the flexibility that it offers, but it might be a little bit too thin. So if we have to run a lot, or you know, we're on areas that are very, very bumpy, it's going to tax our feet very, very quickly. So but then again, if we have something that's so much cushion, once again, that's going to hinder us to perform in certain ways. So probably a good balance of that. I would prefer it thin. So I don't really like the ones that have the gel and the air and all that. You know, I would like to minimize that as much as possible. Now the other thing for the sole, right now I'm going to keep it, the subject matter on the sole of the shoe. This part right here, there were those shoes that they made before, not the Heelys. The Heelys were the ones where you put the wheel back here. And I have some. And those, let me tell you, are a lot of fun. It does take practice and skill, but oh, lots of fun. But I've seen the ones, the soap shoes, right, where right here is made like for a grinding, is the technique, like where a lot of skateboarders do, where they put wax on here and they can grind off a rail. Isn't that a neat idea? Why not have that same ability on this arch area? This one almost is kind of interesting. It's almost seems like it would be very close to being able to pull that off if it was maybe modified a little bit, just slightly differently. So why not have that ability? I think that would be great. And then, of course, because this one is made in particular for rock climbing, it has these bumpy designs on here. Of course, with time, it's really been eroded down or worn down, but I think this is a great idea to have this kinds of texture on the shoe, and on the back, the heel part, and the front part of the shoe. I think this is a great idea. I would maintain that, to have this texture, and of course it's not a very good feeling to get scraped by something like this. And if you notice this part right here, it's almost like hard plastic right here, or not hard plastic. It's like rubber plastic. So this kind of idea, I think, is obviously going to protect the shoe even more than like obviously than this kind of material or even leather, because this is very nice, and the textures, once again, it's going to help against the knife slashing attack. So I would try to have more of that here. I would definitely like more covering on this area, on the vulnerable areas. So I would have like a thicker, just like a pad right here, just for protection from the blade, and with this kind of stuff is excellent. So I would continue on with that. So that's for the pretty much the top style of the shoe. I personally like low tops. Low tops work great for me. Even if it was slightly high, all right, that's fine too. Boots, I'm not too crazy about, just because in everyday normal life, it's a bit too much. So for right here, I would like for this to be street shoe, a street everyday, not everyday carry, but everyday wear type thing. So not too hardcore. Now the other thing is, how do you? So we did the sole, we did pretty much the top part of the shoe. So now the other part is, how does it fasten, right? This kind of quick fasten type thing, it's nice. If it didn't have this, all right, I have other shoes where it's just like it just stretches, all right. That's the most convenient. The problem with that is it's not as secure, obviously. So just having a simple, Velcro this thing right here makes all the difference in the world. So that would be nice. Now underneath it, I would like laces. Why? So this is the important part. A shoe that has laces, but it doesn't rely on it. So technically, this is all you need, right? So this is the main mechanism, but you still have laces. The reason is because laces can come in handy. You never know what you can use it for. You can tie things with it, make a tourniquet, or use it as a garrote, right? So I personally like laces, would love to have laces in there. Plus it's an extra, if I have to take off my shoe, I don't imagine this happening, but for some reason I have to take off my shoe and use this thing as a freaking shield, and the guy has a knife or something, hey, why not have that option, So it would just be one more material they have to cut through to get to me. So yeah, why not? And like I said, so it would have the laces underneath, and then it would have this, which is the main fastening mechanism, and then maybe on top of that, I would like that just like not a plate, but like a shield on top of that. So just like a thick leather covering on top. And then, for the front part, the toes and stuff, we can have this hard rubber with the texture going on. And sure, on the heel too. Why not? That would be great. So that sums it up for my, fantasy shoe design just for fun.